Hello everyone, Warhammer here, and welcome back to the Numas campaign for Mortal Empires. Now in the last episode, we managed to complete our conquest of the Great Desert of Araby. We defeated the Rakaf dynasty completely, eliminating them from the campaign, and drove out Clan Eshin, so now they've only got a tiny army somewhere in the fog of war. I don't know where yet, but I'm sure they will be defeated at some point. But now that we completed our conquest of this province, our next target will be going after the followers of Nagash. Now what we're going to do is push through the mountains from the north first by taking my two armies up here to Matak, and push down south through the mountain range down to Vulture Mountain, the province capital. And then we'll go back to the coastal settlements and start taking them up from the north. So we'll swing around. Eventually we'll probably go up against the Bretonian armies here, Vegan's Infantry and the Knights of Origo. And then we'll continue our conquest over here, go after... oh, Zandri have been defeated by Vegan's Infantry. That's actually really good, because now that's prevented the vampiric corruption that's been spread into our territories. In fact, you can see a fair bit of it, I believe, right here. Unless it's the fallout from the Badlands. I've never actually looked before. Oh no, it's actually pretty decent. It must be just the map looking. Anyway, so we'll do that, and then we'll start our war, probably then against Khemri, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, the second objective I definitely want to do today is start working on some of the pyramid landmarks. So, Drake Materium in the comments of the last video said about looking around to see if, well, check our commandments first, to see if we can get one that's going to last for cheaper buildings. So let's have a quick look. Oh, there we go actually. The Warship of Fact, which minus 20% discount. That is going to be pretty good. In that case, definitely next turn then when we put that commandment in place, we can start building our pyramids. Now let's have a quick look. What pyramid do we want to get? Because we've got quite a few different regions, different settlements, that have them as an option, especially here in our core territory to the east. So let's have a quick look. Let's just pop on here. Bagar, let's have a look. You can get... okay, plus 10% income from post-battle loots. That's pretty decent. Then we can make a lot of money from defeating enemy armies, and having an extra 10% on top of that is pretty a good idea usually. We got that. Is there one at Antok? Nope. Kasabar, I think there is. What's this one? Okay, I think I'm preferring this so far. So having it so you can get an extra 5% cost of all buildings. So with the commandments as well, thanks to the Book of Nagash, that's a 25% discount. That's phenomenal. But not only that, but if that all regions bit at the bottom applies to every region in my, of my empire, faction-wide basically, that's going to be extremely good. But even if it's just for here, that could work out pretty nice as well. So that so far looks like it's in the running for the one we're going to pick. So let's just check. Jaluk Oasis, you can't. Nope, you can't. Great Desert of Araby. We can get the Black Tower of Aachen eventually, which, to be honest, it does give a little bonus to the province. And it does provide quite a decent garrison, I must say, including a Necrosphinx. Ooh. But that's only obviously when we have any defensive battles at the tower itself, so I'm not too concerned about that. Al-Kalabad just got resources. Bel Aliad, nope, and nope. What about Numas? You guys don't have one, do you know? Ash River. Okay, Numas. We got Tutankhanut's pyramid itself, increasing growth and casualty replenishment. That will probably be the second one I would say to go for, just because we are playing as, King Tutak or Prince Tutankhanut. It makes complete sense for us to want to get his pyramid up and running, but right now I'd still want to go for that other one. Springs of Eternal Life, you can't get one. Still surprised there's no springs in actual Springs of Eternal Life. Guitar, extra 5% income from all buildings. I mean, that could be useful. But when you consider, like, if we pop on here, we've got, what, 2,819 income at the moment. So, rounding to the nearest whole number, at the moment, 5% of that is going to be 140. So, it's kind of like, is it really worth spending all that money for, at the moment, just a bonus of 140 cash? I mean, it will take roughly 100 turns in order to try and make up the difference. Make that building pay itself back. So, yeah, I'm thinking at the moment we're going to go for that one at Katsabar. So we need, though, we can either wait 10 turns for the next, population surplus to go up. Or we just do some remodeling. Like, I don't want to get rid of the sanctuary here so we can't get any more Ushabti. I mean, to be fair, we've already done all the recruitment, so we can't really get any more Ushabti anyway until we rebuild it. Could get rid of this, or we can just get rid of... You know what, let's just get rid of this. It's an extra 100, we can manage around 100 for a little bit. Public order is fine, extra growth, well, we'll switch it back over to this one. And I think we'll be okay. So let's dismantle that. Swap that over to that. And we've still got some money we can use from next turn. So let's cancel that in a minute. I think I saw one place over here needed to be upgraded. Yes, El Calabad. I will allow this one to be upgraded. And it's not going to use up too much of my money. So we can do that. But otherwise, what else is there to do? Well, like I said, we're going to be focusing on these guys. So what we could do... Because we've got a large army here. We could actually... Where's that third... here it is. So our third army, led by King Select. You were heading up towards here. Let's bring you down instead. To here. So if we're conquering from the north, then these they can either come at us at the Jaluku Aces, or they're going to push up to face our armies. So it's going to take a couple of turns, but that will give my other armies a chance to replenish. So let's have a look. I'll tell you what, let's have you move towards Bel Aliad. But you only need... Hang on. Yeah, you got a Leech Priest, that's fine. I was wondering now, did we not have a Leech Priest? But we did. Anyway, so King Sumidus, what can we give you? I know the reason why I'm going to focus on him first rather than Tutankhanut is because I want to get him those, the Snake Knights. And unfortunately, it's going to take about 4 turns or something, if I remember right, to do it for global recruitment. So I'm not too much of a rush for that. But we can get you another chariot group, certainly. And you got plenty of infantry. Do we want to give you something? Let's give you some more chariots. Why not? So that's you sorted out. Now, let's pop back to you. Right. So we definitely want to give you some more horsemen. Could give you some more no, like these guys are the ones I wanted. Sepulchral Stalkers. So we'll hire these for 4 turns. We'll get 2 more of you. And that's put us back up to fine strength. We could go for another unit of infantry, can't we? Or maybe even use a unit of horsemen. Oh, no, hang on a second. Level 6? Oh, Jesus. At the moment, it would be better for me to actually just get rid of my entire force here and replace this with these infantry, because they're starting off at a much higher level than my troops. Huh. Okay, sure. I'll do that then. Right. Yeah, let's get rid of you guys. Do I want to do the same for... No, you guys are Gold Chevron. Yeah, we won't touch you. But we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 for you. And 1, 2... Let's get 3 of you. There we go, 3 turns, which we've got plenty of time for because we have to wait for this to be done anyway. And we'll be sorted out. Huh. Oh, we need to get some more of that first. Okay. But there you go, we're going to have much better troops than what we're currently using at the moment. Is it the same for the knights? No, the... No, hang on. That's not... Oh, hang on, I picked the wrong units, didn't I? Yeah, let's get rid of you guys. I didn't want you, I wanted... you. Might as well just go for another unit of these. There we go. Huh, that worked out pretty nicely, actually. So, actually, they, is it the same for global recruitment? It is, actually. Let's just grab another unit like that, then. There we go, sorted out. So we've got that. Is it worth me trying to do the same with these guys? It is. But at the same time, it's just going to add to our rating around. I might as well... We could start the attack on Martek pretty quickly. Especially if we want to prevent the Knights of Orgo from getting any funny ideas. So definitely something to think about there. Now I believe we actually finished this one off, so now we can get access to another Leech Priest. Now we could spend the money and go for this. Getting it cheaper for making the infantry and chariot buildings. Increase. That's actually a really good one to go for. I may save up for that. Extra growth. Oh, that's the cavalry. Well, I was thinking, could I get 20% off of that? Huh. Okay, let's work on the wisdom and then of the... Oh no, hang on, we still got this one. Yeah, let's give... Charge... To be honest, it's not +8, not really that big a deal, but chariot units. I suppose we can manage 3 turns for that, certainly. And I'm not upgrading either use yet, because I'd rather spend the money. So, let's skip through that. Got right, mortuary cult. I have to say, I'm looking forward to building one of these pyramids. Although I'm kind of surprised, like, something I have read about as a potential option for, you know, people were talking about it in, like, the Total War forums and that. And I think I kind of have to agree with this, is that it is kind of weird sometimes, especially when you combine the right levels of, you know, character skills and that in Warhammer and Warhammer 2. You can potentially start off with units at level 8, level 9, which is like high-level veteran levels. And you think these are guys who, you know, and gals in some cases, who have just recently been recruited. You know, they've been trained to come out, and even though you could say a lot for a training regime being extremely strict, I mean, look at our own special forces here in the world. There is a bigger difference between someone who's a fresh recruit, even if they've gone through specialized training, and a veteran of that same sort of, you know, training. So what you could, I've seen an argument for, is to make it so bonuses can only get you up to a certain level. Maybe like level 3, level 4, for example. And then anything else after that has to be gained through experience. And I think that's a really good approach to do it. I think the mechanics of that will work much, much better than what it currently stands. Now, Baron Fegan, to be honest, I don't want to do this because I kind of want to fight you eventually. But you're actually quite scared. That's probably why they're offering non-aggression. But what's quite interesting is you've now started to expand down here. Are you... No, you're not fighting the followers Nagash. Okay. Well, I'm going to decline your offer, good sir. Simply because we are going to fight you at some point. And I'd rather not have to take another penalty to my diplomacy because of it. Clannishan, been defeated. Shaka, of course. Right. Let's start the assault. We're not going to get there this turn, are we? No. Oh well, we'll go after them next time. And you eventually will join up as well. Wow! We could actually get these, once they've taken Martek, to either push down towards the Eye of the Panther, or just hang around here while we and get a few more replenishment swaps. Because I think doubling their experience would be really, really good. Very good indeed. We'll think about it. Anyway, big deal. Let's go down and build my pyramid. So, go to Kasabar. We can build it here. There we go, 10,500. That's much better. In fact, we could, in theory, just buy that next turn. You know, like 2 more turns, we could build another pyramid. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Okay, well, we're done it here anyway. Bagar, what was your one about, anyway? Just remind me, it was the income from post-battle loots. Oof. This is so tempting right now. Like, it's so cheap to buy all the stuff. It's fantastic. Ooh, right. Before I start making any weird sounds about how it's going to turn out. Okay, well, I was just eyeing up a few options here. Like, do I want to upgrade anything here? Well, no, actually, we've got... This I would like to try and upgrade so we can get our hands on the hordes. We can get archer hordes? 135 of them. Compared to, what, 90 usually? That sounds tempting. Alright, let's actually upgrade this. But first of all, let's swap this over... Oh, is it because of that, maybe? I think it is. Well, still, that's only +2. Let's swap... No, we're going to stick to... Oh, no, it's going to take ages to try and get his one. Because we need to get that, obviously, up to them, and it's got only 2 population surplus. We need to actually try and sort that surplus out a bit. Public order Yeah, we need to keep that. That's unfortunate. I'll swap it over though so we can get the Tomb Guard, because that would be a really nice addition. We'll keep that for now, because I think then in that case we might as well go for the second pyramid here too. In that case I'll keep the money. I won't upgrade it. I won't spend anything this turn or the next. I'll just let it do its thing. Right, you can continue making your way down towards the Jaluk Oasis. You've got 3 more turns until you're ready to move. Who needs to be upgraded? Princess Shaka. Let's give you... Over my dead body. Extra speed. Dev is not an impedance to the strongest of wills. Okay, well, we got full armor. Dev stay in charge. We might as well. Desert Strike? Replaces Tunnel Strike. You know what? Let's go for that instead. Let's increase your weapon strength, and then we'll give you Desert Strike. There we go. Who else? Prince Kekit. Oh, this is the one with Salek, isn't it? Let's give you Multiple Will, and let's improve your training somewhat this time around. There we go. Now, the other thing I did want to do, and let me just double check. Do I need to get it over here? We can now get an extra Leech Priest. So let's have a quick look at some of the options we got. 25% cooldown to Arcane Conduit. This is for Death Magic. We want to get this one, remember, we need the 6 Book of Nagash. So I need to double check where that is. It could come in handy. Nehekaran, Fleet-Footed, Poison Attacks. Ooh. Again, extra melee attack and defense for Scorpion units. Can't build one of them yet. But that would be quite a nice addition to a force. But I'm going to go for Nehekaran because we haven't got a Nehekaran priest at the moment. So let's just go... I might as well just give you Fokdom. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. You're going to make your way over and you're going to eventually join up at the Jaluk Oasis. So it'll take a little while for you, but that's fine. So otherwise, end the turn. So in the next turn then, we'll have 2 more turns until Tutankhanut's forces up to fighting strength. Especially since we're getting those stalkers recruited. Martek will soon be conquered by Sumades. And so Luke is on his way down to the Oasis. And he'll get there in, 2 turns? And he'll be in position to be able to defend that territory while we start conquering down from the south. Now, since we are going to go after Fegan's Errantry anyway, I'm not too concerned if they want to spend their forces on trying to conquer more territory down here. It just means that they'll be weaker when we go after them ourselves. And then we've got, 2 more turns left until that research is done. And then we'll start focusing then on the wisdom of the 3rd dynasty and then the 4th and work our way along there then. As we were going to talk about before, spamming it a little bit. So that way we can only get, we're not going to have a big penalty to our research. I think I actually did see one of the pyramids. Did one of the pyramids have a bonus to research, or it might have been some of the other buildings? We'll have to keep an eye out on those different things to try and boost it up if we can. I've got many things to do. Anyway, I wanted to check. 6 Book of Nagash, where are you? 3rd, 2nd, 6. Right, so we want to get the Leech Priest of Shadows. We need to go after Altdorf. Fair enough, they must have got it locked up. Like, in Altdorf, they have got basically, they have a lot of forbidden knowledge guarded by the Temple of Sigmar and that, and the Colleges of Magic, of course. But particularly by the Sigmarites, just because, well, who trusts a mage, really? So, that would make complete sense why there's a Book of Nagash in there. But handy to know where we need to go if we want to get our hands on some shadow mages. Right, Shaka, of course, you've been injured. Right, so we can either raid the followers of Nagash. What did we get? 600. That actually can work out pretty well for us, since we're actually right next to one of their territories now. Let's just do some raiding here then, I guess. There we go, we're in the territory, aren't we? Yeah. That's fine, we'll go after Martek now next turn. You've got 2 more turns and you're ready to go. We've got 1 more turn and then we can start upgrading. In fact, we didn't ask anything to be done at Balgar, didn't we? No. Okay, on. Yeah, next turn we'll start getting our hands on that. In fact, let me just double check Tutankhanut. What units can we get for you here? We could get some Skeleton Spearmen and the Blessed Legion. In fact, I think I will actually try to do that. Let's get rid of you 2. And let's just recruit both of these. There we go. Might as well improve our faction leader's army after all. Right, you'll be there next turn. That could be interesting. If that army from the followers in Nagash has decided to go up to the Eyes of the Panther, then they've left Vulture Mountain exposed. And if I remember correctly, we've got a Screaming Skull catapult in Salek's force. Huh. We could. We'll check the garrison of Vulture Mountain, but there is every potential chance of us just going to attack it, occupy it, and then we can bring in our forces from both the Northmen, with Simidas and Tutankhanut. The Sentinels have been defeated. Kenmei is pushed into the Black Mountain. Oh! Okay, so much for that plan. Right, well, we're going to have to be ready to hold the Oasis. Luckily, it's the major settlement, so we're going to have enough walls in that to be able to try and at least hold out a little bit. But I'm interested to see what they're going to have in terms of forces. Very interested. And imagine one of these is actually going to be led by the follower of Nagash himself, Arkan. I'm trying to remember, did we defeat Arkan with this campaign, or was it the... No, it was with Talaqua, wasn't it? That we fought Arkan and defeated him already. I don't think we've done it yet with Numas. That's the thing when you've got 2 Warhammer campaigns going, even though they're different types, obviously with the Vortex campaign and the Mortal Empires. But the fact that you've got 2 campaigns going on in the same area of the world, it is kind of like reminding myself, why, whereabouts is all this stuff? You know, like, who have I fought with this army compared to that army? That sort of thing. Alright, let's skip through all of this. Right, let's sort this out. We've got plenty of money, so we'll make sure to do that. You're going to come off this, and you're going to pop in here. Now, since we are look like there is every potential of being attacked, no, we'll leave that for the moment, because the pyramid will be a much better choice for us. In fact, if I wanted to... No, we'll keep that. Let's pop over here. Let's get the tower done. Okay, so it's going to take ages for it to be done, but it's going to be so worth it when it is finished. We'll order that to be done too. And... Mortuary House... Public order is actually okay in the settlements. It's actually improving quite nicely. Really, then, could go for Bone Shaper. Continue getting some more chariots. No, I think we're okay for now, then. That could be upgraded. Might as well spend the money on that, at least. Martek, let's come over here and defeat him. That was too bad. It's been recently plundered. Oh, right. That's okay, we'll take it. Anyway. Dismantle this for now. Just because I'd rather get the mortuary house so we can actually get the income. Rather than have, you know, just continue making our improvements to our money that way. One more turn into your turn. Ramatep is back. Let's have you come down here and start mucking around with them. So, Arkan the Black, you're actually leading this army. Interesting. Well, you can come down here, Arkan. Keep an eye on them. In fact, can you head down to these armies? Let's have a look what we can spot. Hexwraiths, Stalkers, bunch of infantry, gotcha. Direwolves, Neherkaran. Right. We're gonna have a few big fights in front of us, aren't we? Oh well, one of those things. Let's give you that now. Alright, who else can we level up? Simidas, we can actually... Wow, we can actually pick one of these for you. Okay. Well, what do we want? Plus 8 leadership, Tomb Guard, and Chariots. That would be quite nice, because I do want him to be... Simidas to be our main sort of infantry character, with Chariots for support. So that could be nice, especially once we start giving him some Tomb Guard. This one's handy for Ushapti as well as the Attrition. Casket of Souls, we don't actually have that in the Force. Skeleton Archers, no, that's not going to be applicable. I don't think we can give that to Tutankhanut, can we? Fighting Desert Terrain. Tomb Guard, Melee Defense. That would be much, much better. What else do we have? Plus 30 charge bonus. Jesus, that makes them powerful. Minus 20 diplomatic relations with humans. Why? Oh, it's because of the green moon. Okay, more slab. Gotcha. 15% weapon strength when fighting against men. Again, that would be quite useful, apart from the fact that we're probably going to be facing a lot of orcs in the future. Tomb Scorpions, poison attacks for his entire army. Interesting. What was this? Faction rate plus 10%. Okay. Unbreakable for carrying. That'd be good for going across the seas. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to go for. We're going to go for that one which increases melee defense. Like that. And then we're going to spend a point on giving him a chariot, I think. Yeah, that will work out. Oh wow, I didn't realise. We've got him out of the moment. He's got Death Blow for all units in his army as well. There we go, he's now got a chariot to ride around on. Ramatep, what can we give you? You've got a horse already. Well, you already worked on all of... Could improve the Purple Sun here. Increasing that. Or do we want to go for... Still got this to try and get. Soul Blights. Let's go for that one. And... Ah, why? Maybe because we've got this. That might be contributing to our troops getting all much, much better now. Yeah, especially if we put them in here. Oh wow, that, yeah. That's what I mean. Combine all the bonuses and you get lots of highly experienced troops. Right, we'll dismantle that. And yeah, we'll push down then with Tutankhanut in our next turn. Thoktem, you can continue on your way. Limpus seems all the way over there. But I'm pretty happy with this result now. We've got 2 pyramids being built. Once they're actually done, their bonuses are going to help us out greatly. Especially the first one that we're doing, which has the construction down, build time reduced, as well as making them cheaper everywhere. I mean, it might not sound like much, 5%, but it does add up over time, especially when you start combining it with other things like the commandments. So, like, with that 20% discount, thanks to using the commandments, that's a big improvement. And you've decided to try and attack me, have you? Ooh. Don't know if that was the wisest thing you could have done, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. We'll have a look to see what they've actually got, and what chances are we're going to try and fight them in the field. They haven't tried to attack us straight away, so they don't have any big, scary monsters. Like, I think if they had Tomb Scorpions or something like that in the army, they could easily just knock down the gates. So they're probably building siege equipment, and we would want to deal with them before they can bring in any more reinforcements. What's that up here? Looks like Savage Orcs? Let's have a quick look. First of all, enemy force belonging to Ark in the Black. Severe, Tutankhanut. Oh right, he's got +2 public order now. Defeat the following army. We get... So Ark in the Black is the one that's come after us here. Gotcha. +5 leadership for all armies, and that. Okay. We'll check him out in just a moment. I'm not going to fight the battle in today's episode, but we'll sort it out for next time. Who are you? Mash one finger from the top knots. Oh. Things aren't going too well for you guys then, in terms of like the followers and Nagash. We've now got Savage Orcs turning up in order to try and take enemy territory too. Right.
My faith in you wanes. What?
Let's swap you over now to this. And let's start making you head over here. 2 turns, you'll be joining up, and then we can march down together and then to go against them. Oh, Calibad. Let's give you the Cinnabar Pit now.
Not even Nagash can.
Otherwise, let's have a quick look. Cheaper buildings, melee defense, public order. To be honest, public order is pretty okay right now. Let's go for growth. Oh no, we already got that. Why am I swapping it over? Oh, that's casualty replenishment. That's not the other one, right. Get mixed up. Okay, so you're done. You're waiting around. I will go after King Kabash, but I want to have the 2 forces together so we can just sort of smash him. Right, so quick look. Can't go for that yet anyway. So let's just go for the extra cash for now. Right, what else can we upgrade? Sudenberg, congratulations, you now got upgraded. Alright, what can we get for the mortuary cults? We can pick up 2 weapons now this time. We can get the gold dagger. I mean, again, that's a pretty basic level 1. I would like to try and get some of the higher tier ones, like look at the Crook of Flail Radiance. This was a really, really cool one in the book. It didn't have banishment as a spell though. Wow. Definitely going to give one of my kings one of this. But we need obsidian and, well, we've got iron once we get Martek. Obsidian, I think the nearest location is actually, yeah, Carreg Orland. So eventually, when we dealt with like Henry and that, we are going to want to build up another army and start dealing with the Southlands here. So we want to push through here, take all of this away from Clan Moors, probably even go after Carreg Zorns for the extra gold, and then deal with like the Last Defenders, the Silver Throne, and all of that over here. So we've got a few things that we're going to do once we've dealt with our initial conquests. But that will be handy enough. Right, let's have a look at your situation. Oh Christ, really? I was actually hoping for a bigger fight. Okay. It was apparently a close victory, nevertheless, despite us outnumbering them like that. Enchanted Shield? Do we want replenishments? No, let's go for Ender's March. Let's get our treasury up a bit more. But there we go. We've now picked up a few more jars. We've got our Battle Masters for the extra leadership. Extra 25% when fighting against vampire counts. That could be quite useful when we go over to the east, because the Silver Throne, where Lamia, is Vampire Count's faction, if I remember right. Oh, and we picked up an Enchanted Shield too. And you got a Tomb Fleet. As if the Tomb Fleet skeletal slave sailors were not obedient and tireless enough. We had... Okay. Fair enough. 10% extra movement range. Take it. But there we go. Jalug Oasis has now been secured. We've now got enough money to upgrade it, which I'm going to do. And, in fact, yeah, let's do that. So, how are you guys going to replenish? Fairly quickly. Can we help that out a little bit? There we go, that will help out a bit. Okay, who's got more skill points to spend? Let's give you Root Marcher, and let's give you Indomitable Will as well. Now, tell you what, let's go for this unit Soul Reaper. There we go. Alright, who else? Kagatif, let's give you harder hits, proving your melee defense. And hit the enter. Alright, Ramatep's heading down there to check out the enemy forces, which are no longer needed. But we can always get him to try and do some agent actions against Vulture Mountain and the army there. Likewise with Foctum, we might as well start working now on using campaign actions in order to build up their experience now before we start putting them in armies. Oh, I was about trying to hold back a hiccup then. But anyway, through this end turn phase is going to be the end of the episode. So what we're going to be dealing with next time? Well, with Tutankhanut and Simides, we're going to be pushing down through the mountains to go after the Eye of the Panther. We'll defeat the army there, as we'll be outnumbered and for certain 2-1. We'll push down then and probably even combine all three armies to go after the Vulture Mountain itself. I think between the three forces we're going to be having there, we should be able to take them on with very little casualties. And with that done then, we'll probably send two of the armies, I would say, back into the coastal settlements here on the minimap, and then push up then so we can go after Fegan's Inventory afterwards. We'll probably at least finish off the Follows Nagash in the next episode, and then we'll be able to focus then on some of the more human people. It'd be a nice change of pace to actually be facing live enemies. Like we did that a little bit obviously with Sudenburg, but having enemies that will actually run away from you. God, I've forgotten what that's like in this campaign. And Fegan's Inventory is getting involved in the action too. Good to know. But anyway, everyone, that's the end of today's episode, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you join me next time for more Warhammer 2, especially, hopefully, battle gameplay as well. But until then, take care, everyone, and goodbye for now.